Okay, my name is Austin Jupri Agabi, and I am a social entrepreneur, a trader, and also a life coach. I'm going to be discussing some vital information with you, share some life transforming information with you, and I believe by the end of this video, you're going to go out with something tangible that definitely, when you start practicing those stuff, you're going to see a drastic change in your life. So make sure that you pick out some facts and some principle practicable from this video, and I thank you very much for uh, clicking to watch this video. Okay, so we're going to be talking about how to achieve rapid success in life or in whatever you do. Are you an entrepreneur? Are you a trader? Are you a sales personnel? Are you a student? Are you a teacher? Are you a professor? There's a principle, and there's a way you can achieve rapid success. We're living in a world of speed of light. We're living in a world of technology, and this principle that has been diverted to artificial intelligence, you can also use it in a non-artificial intelligence world. Right now, the number one law, there's a law in this rapid success achievement that we'll be discussing. Number one law is law of accelerating returns. Law of accelerating return. I don't know, maybe you've heard of that law. It's a powerful law. The law is a powerful law. The law states that it increase if there is an increase. Okay, that is, it increase against starting point at ever increasing rate. That means if there's an increase, the increase what does what it increase. There's no retrogression. There's no returning backward. That's accelerating the acceleration. That's what the law is talking about. That's the law of accelerating return, and this law has been used in technology. We can see that the state of technology change in our world is exponential, and the rate of change act much like compound interest. You know, there's say the seven or the eight wonders of life is compound interest. Okay, so the law says that when you have something, it's you have exponential growth of it again, it's advanced. So if you look at technology generally, you get to see that technology never go to extinction, and technology never become isolation or isolated, right? Technology is being pushed forward, is being modernized, is being put in some changes, and these changes is what advance our life, make life very simple for us. You know, something we have what we call nano computer, micro computer, you know, cheap computer. Now things are being very very simple. You know, then if you remember when we started using telephone, you get to see that the telephone we use at home, then we're connected to wires and some kind of connections network before you can use telephone. We get to use from there, we move on to a telephone that you use without wire connection, but there's an antenna. From there we move on to wireless, and now we're using chips technology, micro technology, in such a way that you can have a telephone even at your wrist, at the part of your finger. And this is what we call achieving success at rapid rate. Because maybe at initially you think, is this possible? Is this possible that this can be turned into this? And when that is turned into this, make our work faster and easier. People are achieving success at a rate of speed. And there's a principle with that, and this law, just like when you're about to fly, if an aeroplane, for example, the aeroplane needs to go above what we call escape velocity. That is, need to go above gravitational force, and this aeroplane go above gravitational force, and when once it's above gravitational force, you see flying very easy. I was able to meet with someone that we interview, a pilot, and this pilot, we're like asking why is it that there's what we call law of gravitational pull. In such a way, the law says that whatever goes up must come down, and it's not easy. Anything that has to go up must go against the law of gravitational pull, and that there's a force pushing that thing down. So why is it that the aeroplane go against this law? And now, even when it's taking its flight, it goes perpendicular. It goes in a horizontal. Is it? Yeah, it go on a vertical. Okay, it goes in a vertical flight, and when it gets to the top, when it escapes the law of gravity, it become horizontal. It start flowing on the cloud. And that is something magical to people that doesn't know the theory or understand the science of gravitational force. And he said, yeah, the what the aeroplane does was it was able to go, it goes against gravitational force and it escaped. That's what we call escape velocity. When once it escaped the escape velocity and it becomes stable on that edge, and as it becomes stable, what happened? The plane now become more comfortable at that zone and become very in an effect of moving without putting more effort on what the engine, because when it's taking off it has to use all part of his body, all the engines are at work, vibration and all of that. It uses all the effort it has to push forward and escape this gravitational force. And when once it escapes the gravitational force field, it got to a point, there's a point, he said, when the plane is flying, or the plane, but it gets to a point whereby it never uses some part of its engines anymore. It shut down some parts because there's less work to do. And that's the principle we're going to say. How do you escape your gravitational force? How do you escape the gravitational force and get to a point in which you never consciously use a lot of effort to get what you want, so you begin to achieve success in a rapid form, in a rapid rate? So how to achieve rapid success? So we're still talking about the law of accelerating returns. Okay, the law of accelerating return is an effective law, and this law, the key to this is like having what we call leverage, right? Leverage is another law on itself. Okay, so the key to leverage is to focus on maximizing your high lifetime value and high dollar per hour. That means you have a little effort and you're able to use it to carry a big load, right? So we discussed escape velocity. Maybe escape velocity might be a foreign concept to you in Europe, but I believe by the end of this video you're going to understand what escape velocity is and how you can apply this escape velocity to speed up things in your life, to be able to know that you can break free from gravitational pull of the earth, right? So any aircrafts wishing to successfully leave the surface of the earth need to be accelerating at the rate of 7 miles per second, approximately 33 times the speed of sound. You know the speed of sound. We have a speed of sound. This is the fastest compared to the speed of light. That is a 25,000 miles per hour. That's the speed of sound. On the surface, it might appear that the escape velocity is all about speed, but it is bit misleading. It's not all about speed. It's about energy. As it's more to it is about energy, expenditure of energy. How? Because for the plane to be able to escape this velocity, it needs a lot of energy. It needs to consume its energy. You know, that's why I say every part of the plane needs to be at work before it escape this velocity and then get to a place whereby it shut down something, because the energy, the consumption of energy or combustion of energy at that rate is very high, and if it continues that rate, it might result to something else. So in this final days, we're going to look at how you consume energy, how you take note of energy and time in the fundamental, which is it's not even time that is the fundamental currency. You understand? Energy is the fundamental currency of high performance. Whatever you want to do, you need to be able to see how you can apply the principle of escape velocity into your life and fast tracking of any goal you desire. You fast track any goal you desire by knowing how to escape the velocity. So we're going to be talking about energy, because we said the energy is the vital thing to enable you to escape this escape velocity, to escape the gravitational pull. So our energy can be broken down into 4 distinct elements. Our energy can be broken down into 4 distinct elements, and we'll be looking at upgrading and leveraging each element. Provide you with an enormous opportunity to operate at your peak and enjoy the power of full engagement. It enables to have a full engagement of whatever you want to do. So if you're able to manage these four parts, these 4 elements of your energy, you're going to do a lot. You're going to see how you achieve a lot within a very short period of time. Let's look at your physical energy. Number 1, you're going to be your physical energy. your physical energy. That's the physical ability to do work, ability to do something. How healthy are you? Because if you're not healthy, if you're not strong, you might not have the ability to think. You might not have the ability to be able to be to even have the zeal to move on, because your health is a challenge, right? So you need to know how healthy you are, because the saying that said health is wealth, right? Health is wealth. So you need to look at how healthy you are to be able to even dream of or have the mindset of doing something. So number one part of the energy is what? Your health, your physical energy. Number two is your emotional energy. Your emotional energy is very, very important. There's a saying that everything is state management, and I will also say everything is state, state. Everything is state management. That means the state you are. If someone said your state determine your estate, that means the state you are is very important to how far you can go in life. It determines how far you can carry out that project. It determines how fast you can do well in that event, that project, that plan that you have, right? So you need to understand your emotion. Emotion is what give you the driving force. Your emotion is the driving force. Your emotion is what, because some people our emotion is what motivates you. If you are not in a state of happiness, you might not be able to do something great. If you are in a state of believing that you can do it, you can't even do it. If you are not in a state of believing that you are capable, you are not in a state of this thing is achievable, you can't do it. Okay, and you have a lot of distraction. If you're always sad, you're always downgraded, that's unproductive. We have what we call resourceful emotion and unresourceful emotion. Any emotion that take you down, that bring you down, is unresourceful. And those are emotions like sadness, distress, frustration, and those are emotions that are unresourceful. They don't allow you to push ahead. While emotions that are resourceful are happiness, joy, motivation, determination, and others. They also your state. When you have this as your part of your emotion, you're going to move forward. So how happy are you? How happy are you? That's your energy. That's your emotion. Your emotional energy is very important. And the third one is your mental energy. Your mental energy. How well can you focus on something? Your mind. How to focus your mind is very important. You said the greatest asset that we have is our mind. So your mental. How do you have mental energy? Can you focus? Do you have the information that will help you to focus? So how can you focus? When we talk about mental energy, we're not really talking about maybe somebody in mental energy. Now, in mental energy, what's really for your mental energy is how informed you are. Okay, how well how what is the amount of information you have? When you have great amount of information on that particular project you have, it gives you a natural mental energy. So your mental energy is you need to have a gas tank for that. Okay, to be able to withdraw from your mental energy. So how can you focus? When you have a lot of information, you can focus. We're talking about focusing. They say a ray of light dispersing to the earth might not cause combustion, but if you have a what we call converging lens, right? A converging lens, and you are able to converge that simple ray of light to a paper, it will cause combustion. It will ignite light. That is the power of focus. So if you can focus on something, you begin to see the result. See how you can go about it, and it will give you a fast speed. It will give you a very fast speed. So it's very important to be able to have the energy to focus. You have the energy to focus on one particular that plan, and you have the energy to focus, and the only thing you can focus is to have information a lot. Our mind, someone said our mind is like a chain, monkey. It has ability of jumping from here to there. You are thinking of something, another thing will just be coming into your mind. You're thinking of something, it's just that we have what something that I was reading something about psychology and brain. He said we have some part of our brain that moves most of the information that comes through our mind daily to our subconscious mind. We only process only 10% or 5% of what we see. If you can process 90% of what comes to our mind, we'll go mad, because it's alarming. So that's how you can see that it's not easy to be able to focus. So when you're able to focus, you have the mental energy to achieve that in a very fast rate. Someone said I was able to meet with a great mentor, and asked me to write something, maybe 3 goals that I want to achieve in my life or within a week. And he said I should focus on this goal in 24 hours. All through 24 hours, I should focus on this goal and find a way of doing it. I did it, and I said, Kai, I can't be able to focus. He said, yeah, you know that I can't be able to focus on this even for 25 minutes, not 25 minutes instead of even 24 hours. I can't be able to do it. He said, why? Because our mind is naturally unstable. It's moved from this to this to this. So you want to do this at the same time. So you need to have the mental focus to be able to focus and achieve your goals. That's the vital energy you need to have. Build on this energy, and you have the power to focus, and you focus on that goal, that project, that dream, or whatever you want to achieve in life, that sales, and you see yourself achieving it, right? And the last one, which is the fourth one, is your spiritual energy. We are all human being, and there's a lot of theory about spirituality and how God and so, but you deep down inside of you, so far you are a human being, you know that you just don't involve in this earth. There's a supreme being up there that controls some part of things, right? And so we're talking about, why are you doing all of this? Why? That's the spiritual. Why are you doing all of this? What is your purpose? Right? What is your purpose? Your spiritual energy. So if you have that with your spirituality, give you why you're doing this, maybe to help the earth, or maybe to connect to your creator, or maybe to advance the dream of the supreme. Because you can, if you're not energy, if you don't have the spiritual energy, you're going to tend to be doing something that will be destructive to this earth, and the universe might not be happy with you, and you might not really get to be successful, although you might try to carry out some things that are not really habitual benefit to the coexistence of human being. But what I'm saying is, when you're connected to your supreme being, you're connected to that person, you know that when all this energy is lost, he's the only one that can put you through. He's the only one that can, give you the motivation to move, to start, to give you a refreshing energy to start again. When you're able to connect that, it makes your work very, very fast, right? So the spirituality is very important. The goal is to eliminate, what we are discussing is to eliminate all distraction. The goal is to eliminate all distraction. Purge to say goodbye to anything that undermines your ability to become fully engaged, high-performing human being. So you purge it out. You eliminate all distraction. You focus, right? You do that by isolating each of four area of energy, and asking yourself these questions. There are certain questions you need to ask yourself, you understand, to be able to make sure this energy and work with this energy. Number one is, what are the things that rob me of my physical energy? What are the things that rob you of your physical energy? What are the things? Become specific about it. The things that prevent me from living at my physical peak. What are those things? You are the only one that know it. You understand? You are the only one that know the kind of life you live, the kind of places you go, the kind of things that push you down, the things that drain the energy, your physical energy. So what are those things? So you begin to list these things and see how you can push them out. Purge them, right? Purge those things and focus on things that matter to you. The specific things that prevent me from living at my physical peak, right? So focus on your eating, how you can get focus on your eating, drinking, sleeping, exercising habit, as well as any behavior that rob you of energy. So look at those are experts. Is there kind of food that you eat that after eating the food you feel tired, you feel gluten, you feel like sleeping and all this? Focus on that. Is there any kind of drinks you drink and after that you become useless, or you become fatigued and you start sleeping? So you need to look at those things. Those are areas that can and maybe sleeping, you sleep too much, or you don't even exercise at all. Those are physical things that can drain your energy, right? So you need to look at those physical things and be able to see how you can harmonize and push them out. Those are not necessary, those things that are not pushing you to achieve your goal at a very rapid state, you push them out. Number two question that you're going to ask yourself is, what are the things that rob me of my emotional energy? What are the things that rob me of my emotional energy? So what are those things? You might not know, but you need to look at this area also. The specific people. You meet some people, they rob you, they drain your emotional energy, they make you feel sad, they make you feel useless, they make you feel you are not capable of getting that result. You are not capable, you don't have the capability, you don't. So those things, those kind of people need to be avoided, right? So specific, you need to be specific people that drain your energy. Those are people that drain your places. Some places you go, the place will just take you off. The place may remind you of a lot of things, and it brings those bad memories, those bad emotions back to you, and those are places you need to avoid also. So places and things that prevent you from being happy and more, and prevent you from being more joyful, right? So you need to look at those things, right? So focus on the people in your life and anything that give you high performance, drama filled relationship, and stress free. So any situation that is very stressful, that continually drain your energy in life, is not good for you. So you need to avoid those situations, right? Number 3 questions will be, what are the things that rob me of my mental energy? What are those things that rob you of your mental energy? What are those things? Ask yourself this question. You might not know, but you need to look at this area also. The specific thing that rob your time, okay, and rob you of focus. Okay, those are things that rob you of your time, your focus, and which contain your productivity. Things that contain your productivity, okay, in area of your life which undermine your productivity. They undermine your productivity in area of your life. Focus on your physical environment. So your environment can do that. Your physical environment, on the distraction, inefficient system or custom that are dysfunctional, which slow things and which need correction or elimination. You need to look at those things. And the last question that you tend to be asking yourself is, what are the things that rob me of my spiritual energy? What are those things that rob you of your spiritual energy? You look at those things, you look at them, the specific people, places, things that prevent you from fulfilling your high purpose. What are things that prevent me from fulfilling my highest purpose? What are those things? So you focus on internally on belief. What are your belief system? Do you have a limiting belief system? Okay, focus on your beliefs to include self-worth. Do you believe you worth more than this? Someone said, I am more than this. I am more than this. I know I am more than this. So you know, if you know you are more than this, so every situation you find yourself, you know you are more than the situation. You are more than the situation. You get to say, okay, yes, I'm more than this situation. Even I'm facing a lot of challenges, but I'm more than this situation. I know I'm bigger than this. So I can't devalue myself. I can't bring myself down because of this situation. Self-worth, self-esteem, right? You need to put your self-esteem out there. And anything self-limiting belief that can create inner duress or stress, anything that can create inner duress is not good. Look at those things, right? And then work to identify any habit, behavior, temptations, or weakness that steal from your energy gas. All those things are like your energy gas. So anything that will steal from your energy gas, you look at them and find a way of looking at how you can eliminate this, right? How you can eliminate this. It's very, very important. A moment of reflection will point out what we are multiplying our capability. Okay, we point out that we are multiplying our capability as a civilization, and yet we still accept the holy and the highly limiting belief that important society change and progress, like re-engineering education, combating crime, innovating in government, machines, law, and even politics, must take generations, right? Those are our societal belief. Those are our societal belief that they just want things to be conforming to how it has been going. You know, there's why you say renew your life. Don't conform to the way of life. Don't just conform to what you see. Renew your life, renew it, and that's what our government are feeling. We just want to continue on way how our education system is going, how our belief system is doing, how innovation is going. So there's no innovation in our government, there's no innovation in our educational system, how we fight corruption, how we combat crime, and this is what is limiting a lot of progress. Okay, despite irrefutable proof of what we can establish in a short amount of time. Most of us remain firmly fixed in the comfort zone and follow prescribed paths. That's what we call prescribed paths. There's a path that they look at, this is how we do it, and this is how we're going to always do it. We will limit ourselves. There's a proof that we will change the way we do things, and change the way we do things, and things we do will change. Okay, so that's what we're talking about. How to escape how to escape the velocity, the pull down velocity, by looking at the energy that we talk about, your physical energy, every area of yourself. By doing this, you exercise this daily in your life. You will in effect be putting the principle of escape velocity into practice. You put the principle of escape velocity into practice, then you begin to fly like the aeroplane. So the ultimate goal is to quickly escape. That in life, your escape goal is to quickly escape from the gravitational pull of any person, gravitational pull of any place, gravitational pull of any event, gravitational pull of anything that prevents you from unleashing your greatness. You have the greatness inside of you. You can do that, but there's what we call the gravitational. You need to first of all escape the gravitational pull to be able to achieve that goal, to be able to move on, breaking limitation and boundaries. So escape the strange hold of distress. Escape the strange hold of stress, distraction, and high maintenance people. Right? Escape the seduction of comfort zone. There's an enemy called comfort zone. You need to fight that enemy. Escape is the escape velocity that you need to escape from. Okay, the ultimate goal is they escape the death grip of any flawed and dysfunctional belief system that drain high performance and rapid success that you have in you. Okay, so you need to escape the grip of any flawed, dysfunctional belief system, limiting belief system that drain your energy, that drain the high performance and rapid success that you have. You need to escape. So by doing that, you achieve your success in a rapid rate. So you remember we're talking about how to achieve rapid success. So I believe this point, if you can be able to fill your energy tank in your emotional energy, your physical energy, your spiritual, and your mental energy, you can be able to do well. You can be able to achieve success in rapid. So if you like this video, share this video with someone else, and ask your question, drop any comments, criticize, and do whatever you want to do. We'll talk and improve better. Okay, so thank you this moment. I'm going to stop this, but I believe you were able to learn something. You're able to add to your mental energy. Let's put it that way. Add to your mental energy. You're able to get an information that will improve your life, right? You're able to get information that will improve your life and advance whatever you're doing, and be able to see how you can increase the rate, because this principle have been used in technology form, they've been used in every area of our life by smart people, by our inventors, and they've achieved drastic results. So you need to also be able to apply this principle. It's applicable to your life. Okay, so it's applicable to whatever you're doing, and you see that you have what we call leap growth. You understand? So thank you. See you some other time in our next video. Our next video is going to be on leverage, and it's going to be powerful. It's going to be great. Okay, thank you. I still remain Austin Jubril Agabi.